cool Senjutsu, of course, the new Iron Maiden album box set. My God, the packaging on this is unbelievable. Just, I'm literally doing a bit of an unboxing now. I love this Samurai Eddie artwork. It's really, really cool. But I'm literally opening this thing for the first time as I'm on the air. And wow, I'll send out maybe I'll post a photo of this, but unbelievable packaging and artwork on this. If you're a hardcore Maiden fan, this is, I would think, a mandatory purchase. This is a very beautiful, of course, on my preferred format of CD, beautiful box set. It looks like a Japanese tea, like box you'd get Japanese tea in or something. And it's just really, really cool packaging. So thank you to the Maiden Camp for that. And, you know, I love my CDs and getting anything physically, which unfortunately is rare these days. And also thanks to Rhino Records, who continue to do the Sabbath, the entire Black Sabbath catalog, yet another round of reissues of that. This in these new super deluxe configurations. The one that they're up to now is Technical Ecstasy. And this is 4 CDs, original remastered record. Again, here's Steven Wilson. Remixed by Steven Wilson. Live concert recorded in 76, 77. Replica tour book. We talked about this before. Steven Wilson from the band Porcupine Tree is, I know he's a producer as well, but he is like the go-to guy for all of these hard rock and metal remixes, 7.1 surround mixes. Did some stuff on this Sabbath Technical Ecstasy box set as well. Pretty interesting. All right, so cool. Great to have that, and I look forward to digging into both of those. Some other news to tell you about before we get to some calls here on Trunk Nation on this Monday. Belated happy birthdays. Yesterday, David Lee Roth turned 67 years old, which, when you think about it, at one point you'd hear of a rock guy being 67, you'd be like, oh my God, they're so old. Now it's like the norm. You know, now well into their 70s norm. So by comparison, David Lee Roth is actually pretty young. And the reason why I bring that up is because we know that David Lee Roth has announced, it was a big talking point for the last week or so, that he is retiring after he does a run of shows in Vegas in January. I've said repeatedly, I don't believe, nor never will believe any artist is really retiring. I don't know how many times we have to see in the world of music an artist announce a farewell or retirement and have that artist come back from it. I don't know how anybody can seriously take an artist announcing a retirement anymore. That being said, we'll watch and see what happens with Dave and if he holds to that. And there's been rampant speculation as to why he may or may not be retiring, or why he's at least announcing a retirement. So we'll see. But at 67, when you see Mick Jagger still out there doing it so well, you would think that he could still have some great years left in him. Certainly in good physical shape, although he has said many times he struggles with a lot of back issues. And I know that can wreck your life. That can be a debilitating thing. I'm actually going to a doctor's appointment tomorrow for this like nagging nerve thing going on in my leg that's been going on for like a year, and it's getting progressively worse. And I want to go get checked out because it's making traveling difficult. So, you know, I called my dad about that today, and we were talking because he's dealt with that too. He goes, you know what that means? You're getting old, son. Thanks, Dad. Hell of a diagnosis, Dad. That's what I needed. Oh, man, ain't it fun? So I bring that up because Roth, if you've heard past interviews with him, has talked about having issues with his back, his spine. He's had multiple surgeries. David Lee Roth has done a lot of martial arts, very athletic, climbing mountains, all this stuff. And it's caught up with him on his body a little bit. So I believe that may be playing a role. We don't really know. But I also believe, and I've talked to friends of mine when I was in Vegas last week, we had a big dinner and they were saying the same thing. Just watch, you know, a year after the retirement, Diamond Dave, the entertainer, I can't stay still. So we'll see. But happy 67th to the iconic frontman of the original lineup of Van Halen, David Lee Roth, celebrated yesterday. And also a big happy birthday, much younger happy birthday to my good friend Lizzie Hale, who celebrated a birthday yesterday. And I hope she had a great one. I texted her last night at 12:55 Eastern time at night, knowing that she's an hour behind in Nashville. So I told her, I said, I made it just under the wire because I was traveling yesterday, but wished her a happy birthday personally, and I wanted to do so on the air. Wonderful talent, wonderful person. Of course, the front woman of Hailstorm. So happy birthday, Lizzie, who celebrated yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw this.